Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 9 of BNHA, second generation, and this one is titled Sports Festival Conclusion. Whatever, Kiru muttered. It's a wonderful hero quality to have. I want to be a hero, Kiru spat, her intense eyes scowling into his. Heroes just abandon their own family to save everyone else, she thought internally, tears welling in her eyes. Kiru? Deku asked softly with concern when he saw her eyes welling with tears. What's wrong? Nothing, she mumbled as she turned and fled. Deku stood up quickly and held a hand outstretched towards her as she ran off, letting out a perplexed sigh as she disappeared, and then turned back to the group of people behind him. Red Riot was still cuddling his Jinsei in arms while she babbled on about how she'd let him down and he was trying to comfort her as best he could. You did your best, Red Riot said softly as he placed Ginny back down on the ground and crouched in front of her to look her in the eye. And I'm proud of you for that. Thanks, Dad, Ginny sniffed, trying to be strong in front of her father. I just want to be a hero like you, someone that wins in everything they do. Deku's heart ached as he heard those words. Kiru had said those same words to him when she was a little younger, and he hung his head with sadness as he recalled her little voice filled with love and adoration for him. You will, baby. I know you will, Red Riot encouraged. You're going to be picked to intern at an amazing place. I can feel it, he added. A good hero will pick you for your qualities, not if you won or lost. Ginny sniffed again and gave her dad a weak smile. You sure? Of course I'm sure. Yeah, we'll have places lining up to pick you, he added, giving her another hug. Now, how are your two other friends going, Soshi and Chi? Chi's in the nurse's station and Soshi wasn't allowed to come up because Kiru said only one of us could come, Ginny replied. I thought you said they could both come up, Red Riot asked Deku, who was still standing sadly off to the side. Huh? Deku asked, suddenly realising he had been spoken to. Oh, yes, I said they could both come up. Ugh, Ginny groaned. Don't worry, I'll go get him. Where did Kiru go? She asked when she saw her friend had gone. I'm not sure. She took off in a hurry, Deku mumbled, scratching the back of his head nervously. Okay, I'll be back, Ginny said as she set off to go and get Soshi and Kiru. Red Riot watched her run off and then looked across to Deku. Hey, he asked softly as he walked over. Everything okay? Oh, fine, Deku replied softly. Jinsei really loves you, he added, looking down at the floor. Yeah, she's my girl. I'm grateful for a daughter like her, he replied with a wistful smile. What about Kiru? We don't really seem to be seeing eye to eye at the moment, and I don't know what I've done wrong, Deku admitted honestly. Why? What makes you say that? Red Riot asked. Well, she doesn't want to be around me anymore, and she hates me when I use her nickname. She used to love it. We were really close before, but now... maybe it's just a stage, Red Riot offered. She'll come around. I don't know how to talk to her about it though, Deku sighed. I want us to be close again, but I also don't want to make her feel awkward. That's hard, bro, Red Riot sympathised. Let me know how it goes though. You do need to talk to her about it. It's manly to discuss feelings. Okay, Deku sighed softly. She did ask me to request for Jinsei to intern with me. Would that be okay with you if I did? Of course, Red Riot replied emphatically. My daughter interning at Deku's agency? That would be amazing. I'm going to request for her as well. She could learn a lot from my team. If it's not too much to ask, I would like for Jinsei to intern at my agency, alongside my son. Hero Shoto chimed in as he stepped forward and joined the conversation. I believe they'll work well together, and I would like to see them working as a team more. Oi! Dynamite, Chisuki's dad, growled as he stepped forward to join the conversation. You're just trying to get your son Ginny alone. Yes, do you have a problem with that? Shoto deadpanned as he looked at Dynamite with his mismatched eyes. Of course I do, because Jinsei and Chi are an item, Dynamite snapped. As far as I'm aware, they are not, Shoto replied blandly, still staring at the blonde hero coolly. Guys, Red Riot said with a sheepish chuckle, why are you fighting over our kids' future spouses? It's up to them to decide. Shoto nodded. You are right, Kirishima. Dynamite just clicked his tongue and looked away. Ceremony will be completed and then we can go out for drinks. Are you all free? Red Riot asked brightly. Oh, I have a work meeting, Deku said apologetically. Sorry, I'll come to the next one. You're always frickin' working, you damn Deku, Dynamite snapped. You better be the next one, or I'll blow your brains out. Deku sweat dropped. Is that supposed to be an invitation? Because it doesn't sound very... Just be there, Dynamite snapped. Okay, Deku replied stiffly. Soshi, Ginny called as she ran up to him. You can come up into the stands. Kiru was being silly. She said that only one of us could come up, but you can come up too. Deku said so. I knew she was being an ass, Soshi huffed. Why doesn't she like me? I've done nothing wrong to her, ever. Don't worry, Kiru doesn't like most people, Ginny replied apologetically. But you can come up now. As the pair turned to head up to the stands, the final fight concluded and the announcer's voice rang out through the speakers. All contestants, please head to the waiting rooms in preparation for the ceremony, he shouted. It's been another big year, and you all showed everything you had, plus ultra! Ah, damn. Okay, we'll go up to the stands after then, Ginny said as she changed course and headed towards the waiting room with Soshi in tow. The final conclusions went by without any hiccups, and the winners of the day stood on their allocated podiums, while Soshi and Ginny watched on, neither one of them up there like they had hoped for. I'll just have to wait and see if anyone asks for me, apart from Dad, I guess. Ginny sighed internally as she clapped along with the crowd to congratulate the winners for the day. And there ends Chapter 9. Stay tuned for Chapter 10 coming tomorrow.